Am I speaking to Mr. Castleman?
I'd like my wife to get on the extension.
Hello, I'm on.
It is my great honor to tell you, Mr. Castleman, that you have been chosen to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature.
Tell me this isn't some great big fat joke.
It's all real, darling. Breathe.
It's got a simple name, The Wife. But boy, is this a movie that is simply extraordinary, and you will be thinking about it days after you see it, and you should. It stars Glenn Close in a film performance that may be her greatest, and that is saying a lot. She's a 6-time Oscar nominee, and she just explodes on the screen with a fierce and timely and compelling story here as the wife. This is about a marriage, too. It's mostly about a marriage of 40 years between Joan, played by Glenn Close, and Joe Castleman, played by the great Jonathan Pryce. And into their life now, it should be the best time of their life. He has just learned he's won the Nobel Prize for Literature.
Welcome to Stockholm. We are so delighted to have you here.
I came across some of your stories in the college journal. Beautifully written.
Joe had a very heavy hand as a teacher.
Did he encourage you to keep writing?
He is a very successful author and actually became so in the 1950s, right around the time Joan came into his life. He had been previously married, had kids, was known for playing around, as he is known his whole life for playing around. It's no secret to Joan, but she puts up with it. This is a story of a marriage that has compromise, deceit, love, yes, secrets, yes, lies, definitely, and two people that stay together through it all. And I am just getting at the tip of the iceberg of what this movie is really about. It is a suspense thriller, too, in its own way, and I don't want to give away too much. It's a movie of discovery, and you just let it unfold, let it take you in. Close is just magnificent as a woman who really has given up so much to be the wife to her husband. Extremely, extremely intelligent, and she really knows how to play this character. It's full of angst and drama and real life, and it's so timely. I saw this movie first at the Toronto Film Festival before it was sold, and since then the Me Too movement and Time's Up have come into place. And boy, does that fit with this movie. It just stumbled into the zeitgeist and has become more pertinent than it was even the first time I saw it.
You write with intelligence, but you're detached.
The characters are supposed to be detached, especially the mother.
My wife doesn't write, thank God. Otherwise, I'd suffer permanent writer's block.
Don't ever think that you can get their approval.
Whose?
The men. The ones who decide who gets to be taken seriously.
A writer has to write. A writer has to be read, honey.
Jonathan Pryce is excellent as Joe. I believed him all the way. Christian Slater's in the movie. He plays a reporter who is determined to get the real story of Joe Castleman, and he sort of is a snake who slithers about because he may know more than he's letting on, or that the audience even knows at that point. He's very good in this movie, I thought. Max Irons plays the son, and he's fine too. And then in the flashback scenes, because it has quite a few flashback scenes to the time that they met, when Joan was in college and he was a professor, and she sort of came into his life even though he was a married family man. So, you know, she was part of it, actually, in the beginning. She knew how he operated. Annie Stark plays Joan as a younger woman. That also happens to be Glenn Close's real-life daughter. And she's excellent here, really good in this movie. And not an easy role to play your mother, the actress, playing a character at a younger age. She pulls it off. And Harry Lloyd plays the young Joe Castleman, and he's excellent too. You're going to have lots of conversation about this movie, I think. Not only in how it starts, but when it moves on to Sweden for the Nobel Prize ceremony. There's a lot that's happening I'm not going to talk about, but boy, you don't want to miss this one. It's called The Wife, and you're going to hear about it at Oscar time, I predict, particularly for Glenn Close. I say, go.